Samasthiti equals standing pose. Let the heels be slightly apart, big toes touch, lift your toes. Starting with the pinky toe, press them down, 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 working your way to the big toe. Good. And now exhale out all your breath. Inhale through the nose, slight constriction in the back side of the throat. And exhale out the nose. On our next inhale, let's lift the shoulders up towards the ears. Exhale, roll them down and back. 3 energetic spots in the body as you inhale, pelvic floor lifts, Mula Bandha. As you exhale, engage Uddiyana Bandha, low abdomen pulls in and upward towards the spine slightly. Inhale, slight tuck in the chin, lengthen the spine. And exhale. Inhale, here we go. Lift your arms up, Sun Salutation A. Exhale, fold forward and down, bend your knees as needed. Inhale, halfway lift, long spine. Exhale, plant hands, step back, high plank position, maybe onto the knees or lower down, Chaturanga. Up dog. Press it back, downward facing dog. Breathe here. Pedal your heels if you need to, spread the fingers wide. Breath steady. In and out through the nose. Bend your knees, look forward, step or float. Top of the mat, inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up to standing. Exhale, Samasthiti, hands down. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, go back, Chaturanga. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Shavasana. Exhale, Adho Mukha, down dog. Breathe here. Next exhale, prepare, bend the knees, look forward, make your way top of the mat. Halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up to standing. Exhale, mountain pose. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold forward and down, Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha, lengthen the spine, look out. Exhale, step or jump back, Chaturanga. Up dog. Back to down dog. Breathe here. Energy in the fingertips, pressing into the floor. Lengthen the spine, the heels might be lifted. Next exhale, bend your knees, look forward. Step or float, top of the mat. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up. Little different, right into the fold. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step or jump. Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Stay here and breathe. Maybe you shake your head yes and no this time. Feel the low belly lift. Feel the pelvic floor lift. And now exhale, bend the knees, look forward. Make your way to the top of the mat. Lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up to standing. Exhale, hands come down. Surya Namaskar B. Bend the knees, arms up, Utkatasana. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana, standing forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step or jump back, Chaturanga. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha. Exhale, Adho Mukha. Step the right foot forward. One breath, one movement. Inhale, rise. Exhale, watch your hands come back down to the earth. Step back, Vinyasa. Up dog, down dog. Same thing, other side, left foot forward. Inhale, we rise. Exhale, right back down to the mat. Move and breathe. Inhale to up dog, and back to down dog. Breathe here, gazes towards your navel or the tops of your thighs or even between your knees. On your next exhale, bend your knees, look forward, lift your chin, step or hop, top of the mat. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees, lift the arms, Utkatasana, chair pose. Exhale, Samasthiti. Again, bend the knees, lift the arms. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Keep the belly lifted. Step or jump. Chaturanga. Up dog. Back to down dog. Right foot forward. Warrior one, we rise. Exhale, watch the hands come back down. Chaturanga. Up dog. Down dog. Left foot forward. Warrior one. Inhale. Exhale, right back down to the mat. Vinyasa. Up dog. Down dog. Hold and breathe. Slow the breath down if it's sped up with the faster movements. It's quite normal. You're creating a blueprint for your day. Blueprint for your life, connecting to your breath. Bend your knees, look forward, make your way to the top of the mat. Halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, bend your knees, lift your arms. Exhale, Samasthiti. Let's start the rocket sequence. Take a step back from the top of your mat, bend the knees, lift up. Chair pose. Interlace fingers, palms up towards the sky. Gaze up, belly in. Keep lifting your belly in and up and sit your hips back. Lean your torso forward. Gaze down at the floor. Breathe here for 2 and 1. Now hands down to the floor. Spread the fingers wide. Bring your knees into your armpits or around the triceps. Optional headstand. Top of the head to the floor from your crow pose. Using a lot of control, a lot of breath, a lot of intention. Lift the legs up. Right back down into your crow pose. Once your knees get into position, lift the core, lift your head, breathe here, jump back, chaturanga. Up dog, down dog. Nice job, yogis. Step the right foot forward. Warrior one or high lunge with the back heel lifted if that feels better for you. Breathe. Gaze straight ahead or upward if that's better for your neck. On your next breath, we go into standing splits. Hands come down, frame your front foot, lift your left leg up high. Maybe relax your head, put energy in your foot, and lift your leg higher. Keep breathing. Half moon pose. Right hand, top right corner of the mat. Stack the hips, stack the shoulders. Left arm lifts up. Working on balance, gaze at the floor. You feel steady, lift your gaze to the left thumb. On your next exhale, step back into triangle pose. Moving right into your triangle. If you need to shimmy your feet, adjust your stance a little, go for it. You can bring your hand onto your shin. We're stacking the shoulders, we're stacking the hips, extending the spine. Next exhale, lifted hand comes down. Square off your hips, and then left hand stays down, right arm lifts up. If you can, bring that left hand to the outside of your right foot. Breathe as you gaze to the right thumb. Even weight distribution among the feet. Lifted hand comes down to the outside of your front foot. Step your back foot back about 12 inches. So it's like a warrior two stance with the legs. Extended side angle. Reach that left arm at the diagonal. Rotate your hands so the pinky edges down, thumb edges upward. Gaze to that thumb. Press your elbow and underarm area together evenly, getting the full effects for the lymphatic system. On your next inhale, rise up. Warrior one, just for a moment. Exhale, twist. Left elbow to the outside of the right thigh. Press your palms, or a traditional variation, left hand down. And again, I like to bring the right arm down and then up to that diagonal line. Breathe. For 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful job. Hands plant on either side of the front foot. Step back, vinyasa. Chaturanga. Up dog. Down dog. Walk your hands to the back side of the mat, towards your feet. Peace fingers and thumbs around the big toes. Padangusthasana. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Pull yourself together here. Bend the elbows. Relax the head down. Breathe. Gazes between the knees or the calves, depending on your proportions. On your next inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, walk your hands back out. Down dog. Nice. Let's step the left foot forward now. Warrior one on this side. You can pivot and plant that back heel. Again, like before, if you'd rather keep that heel lifted, high lunge. Sometimes I like that for this sequence in particular. Just feels nice. Nice stretch on the hip flexor as well. On your next exhale, watch your hands come down to the earth and then launch your right foot up. Relax the crown of the head down. Don't worry if you look like you're in a split or not. You just want that energy between the legs, that stretch. And now let's move into our half moon pose. Left hand, left top corner of the mat. Right hand to the waist as you stack the hips. Maybe extend your arm as you stack the shoulders. Gaze to your lifted thumbnail for 3, 2, and 1. Mindfully set that lifted foot down, moving right into our triangle pose, Utthita Trikonasana. Feel that extension in your spine, extension in your arms, and exhale, bring that lifted hand down to the outside of the left foot, square your hips as needed, left hand to the waist, maybe extend that arm up. Gaze to your left thumbnail. Breathe. Twist coming from the core rather than the hips. Nice. Now lifted hand comes down to the outside of your left foot. Take a step back with your right foot, 12 inches. Press your shoulder and your knee together. Right arm down and then up, that nice diagonal. Thumb towards the ceiling, pinky edge of the hand towards the earth. Beautiful. Inhale, rise up, warrior one just for a moment. Exhale, twist. Hook the right elbow on the outside of the left thigh. Hands in prayer. Or right hand down, left arm down as I extend the arm into the nice diagonal shape again. From the outer edge of the right foot through the fingertips of the left hand. Slowly unwind your twist, hands plant either side of the front foot, step back, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Walk the hands to the back side of the mat again. Padahastasana this time. Step on your hands, bend the knees as much as you need to. Toes come to the crease in your wrists. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, pull yourself together. Crown of the head down, elbows wide. Imagine your spine is lengthening. Imagine the back sides of your legs are lengthening. Breathe. Good, release your hands as you extend the spine, look out in front of you, and walk the hands back out, down dog. Immediately lower the forearms to the mat. Forearms are parallel in this style. Hands not coming in. If you need a block between the fingers, you can use it there. Stay here, dolphin pose. If you're ready for Pinchamayurasana, lift up. Maybe take a few kicks. We'll meet in child's pose. From your child's pose, rise on up to down dog. And walk your hands back to your feet one more time. Bend your knees, roll up one vertebrae at a time. Belly in, head will lift very last. Once it does, reach your arms up and reach your heels up off the floor. Start to tiptoe San Francisco twinkle toe all the way up to the top of your mat using a lot of control. Once you get here, hold, hold, hold. Feel that connection to your core. Heels down, hands pressed. Step your right foot back, 4 feet. And exhale, fold forward and down. Prasarita Padottanasana A. Hands come to the center of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Lengthen your spine, belly in. Exhale, fold. You can stay here, contracting the quads and feeling a nice hamstring stretch, or if you want to upside down again, head down, lift the legs up, or those of you that press up, feel free to go that way. If you have a lotus in your practice, take it now, upside down. If you're stretching in the fold, keep stretching from lotus. Shins come to the backs of the arms, and then lift your low belly, roll towards your nose, protract the shoulders, gaze slightly forward. I like to undo my lotus right here, crow, and then we're back in the forward fold, really easy. Okay, wherever you are, inhale, halfway lift, navel to spine. Exhale, arms out by your sides, rise all the way up, press down to rise up, palms press, look up, and exhale, hands come to the waist. Hug your elbows back like they could touch, they won't though. Inhale, lift the chin. Exhale, fold. Keep the elbows lifting up and back. Maintain that length in the spine, crown of the head long, down towards the floor. Breathe here for 3, 2, and 1. We'll move right into C. Interlace fingers. Hands fall away from you. Breath is steady. Inhale and exhale. On your next in-breath, press down with your feet, rise up, reach tall, and exhale right back down. Last one. Interlace fingers, peace fingers and thumbs around your big toes. Inhale, halfway lift, navel to spine. Exhale, pull yourself together one last time. So the tendency here is elbows go like this. Don't do that, okay? Bring your elbows back, slightly towards your shins. Feel the spine long. The other thing that happens is sometimes you can easily touch the floor and then you start to round your spine. If that's the case, bring your feet a little bit closer. Keep this a hamstring stretch, a spine stretch. If your spine is rounding, that's not the pose we're working on. Okay, for 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, halfway lift, Sammo Konasana, middle splits. If you'd rather take a frog pose, be my guest. I'm not going to guide you through that, but you can do it on your own. Hands underneath you, try to stay right on top of your splits. So the tendency can be, whew, this is hard, I wanna roll forward. Try to just stay right on top. That's where the growth happens. That's where you get that really nice inner groin stretch. But you've gotta engage the muscles on the front side of the body to safely stretch the back side. Okay, hips down wherever you are. We pivot to the back of our mat. Left knee down, right leg long. Exhale, fold, or slide into your splits on this side. Breathe, relax the shoulders down. I like to keep the back toes tucked, to keep it a yoga split, not a dance split, where the hips are square. So you'll notice my back kneecap is touching the floor. It's not out to the side. Good, come back through center. Lift your hips as much as you need to. Use your intelligence. Right knee down, left leg straight. Exhale, fold, or slide into your splits. Breathe. This side might be a little different than the other side. It's all okay. Keep breathing for 3, 2, and 1. Okay, we come down to center. Mula Bandha, check up, our favorite. So first, let's take a nice stretch. Legs are wide, not as wide as you can get them. It's not Uttam Vishtha Konasana. We've got some core work here. So first, we're going to pivot over our left leg. Exhale, fold, flex those feet, both feet, and just breathe here for a moment. Okay, now as you ease up out of this posture, keep your feet flexed, engaged. Plant your hands on either side of your left thigh. Fold over. If you want help, put blocks under your hands. That will make this easier. Think Mula Bandha, pelvic floor lifts. Exhale out all your breath. Inhale, lift your hips up off the floor, maybe your heels. Nice, all the way back down. Now we take it to the other side. So active feet, pivot your torso over your right leg, exhale, fold. Inhale for length. Exhale, fold. Inhale for length. Exhale, fold. Okay, now as you rise up, same. Hands plant, fold, exhale, use blocks if you want. Inhale, press the floor away from you, lift your hips, maybe the heels, and all the way back down. So good. Plant hands top of the mat. And from here, step your right foot forward. We're in pyramid pose. Inhale, halfway lift. Either grab opposite wrists, elbows, or reverse namaskar. Anjali Mudra on the backside. Exhale, fold. Straight legs here. It's not a rounding of the spine. Long spine, long legs. Gaze at your back toe if available. If it's not available, gaze at your right big toe instead. Very nice. Press down with your feet, core engaged. Rise up. Step your left foot to the top of the mat. Right foot back, 3 feet. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Gaze will switch to the front big toe and then to the back big toe. Spine lengthens. The core stability is driving this fold. Breathe here for 3, 2, and 1. Rise on back up. Nice job, yogis. And exhale, Samasthiti. Hands by your sides. Grab a strap if you need it. Otherwise, we go right into the next. Utthita Hasta Padangusthasana. Left hand to the left waist. Right hand up in front of you. Try with a straight leg if you can. If not, bend your knee. Do what you need to do. Right peace fingers. Grab the right big toe here. Breathe. Gaze at one thing in front of you. Roll the right shoulder down and back. For 2 and 1. Bring the right leg out to the right, gaze over the left shoulder. Maybe extend that arm. You can have the Gyan Mudra in the left hand if you like. Come back to center. Hold here. Both hands to your ankle or calf. Pull yourself together. Top down, bottom up. We're just meeting in the middle. For 3, 2, and 1. Keep your leg lifted. Hands to the waist. A little bit more. Extend your arms up. Energy in the fingers. Breathe here and pulse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale down. Whew. Shake it out. Little love taps if you need them. To the other side. Right hand to the waist. Left hand in front of you. Peace fingers, thumb ready. And bloop, catch your big toe. If that doesn't work, bend the knee. Use a strap. Use your tools. They're so helpful in yoga. On your next breath, open it up to the left. Maybe extend your right arm as you gaze to the right. Breathe. Come back to center. Nice job. Both hands to your ankle, your calf, wherever you can grab. Fold the top and the bottom hands together for 3, 2, keep your leg lifted. Energy in the foot, hands to the waist or arms up overhead. Breathe here. We pulse for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job, yogis. And exhale, fold forward and down. Inhale, halfway lift. You did it. Exhale, step or jump back. The standing sequence, that is. Inhale to up dog. Exhale, back to down dog. Jump through your hands to a seated place. Dandasana is where we start the sequence for the floor. Bring the tops of your wrists to the mat. Flex your toes back towards your face. All 3 bandhas engaged. Tuck your chin slightly. Lift the pelvic floor. Lift the belly in and up. Feel your spine lengthen, crown of the head towards the ceiling. Breathe. Inhale, reach up, lengthen. Exhale, peace fingers and thumbs around the big toes. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, pull yourself together. Every inhale, imagine getting length in your body, in your breath. Every exhale, imagine moving into the space you created on that in-breath. Next inhale, just look forward. Either stay as you are or hands wrap around the outer edges of your feet, thumbs beneath the big toes. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Your eyes are open and you're gazing like you could gaze out through the crown of your head. You probably won't actually do that. That's okay. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, interlace fingers around your feet or grab a wrist here. Keep breathing and folding. Pulling yourself together. Very nicely done. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, release. Cross ankles, plant hands, step or jump back. Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Jump through your hands to a seated place. Legs straight out in front of you, or plant your feet hip distance apart. Fingertips behind you, about 6-8 inches. Inhale, press down to lift up. Relax your head and knees back. Keep breathing here. Exhale, lower down. Nice job. Cross ankles, plant hands in front of you. Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Now we jump back through the hands, bend your knees, look at where you want your feet to land, and just zip on through. Now, Ardha Baddha Paschimottanasana. Right heel on top of the left hip. This is too much, seated tree pose instead. Right hand behind you, grab your big toe, left hand to the outer edge of your foot, thumb beneath the big toe. Exhale, fold. Gaze at your left big toe here. Even if you're flat, your eyes are open, and it's like, okay, I'm just gonna pretend I'm looking out through the crown of my head. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, release, both legs straighten. Bring the knees in, cross ankles the weird way. Plant hands, lift up. Good, re-extend, right leg straight, left knee bends. Taking that half lotus bind. Exhale, fold. Keep the eyes open. Ujjayi breath flowing in and out of the nostrils. A victorious breath. And slowly look forward. Extend both legs. Bring your knees in, cross ankles, plant hands in front of you, step or jump back. Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. We meet back and down dog. Now, if it's intelligent, do this next jump through. If it's a dumb idea for you, don't do it. Sit down and then move into the pose. We're gonna hurdle the right leg back as we jump through. Bend the knees, left leg straight, right heel to the outside of the hip. You can take it the traditional way, fold forward. I prefer reclining, so that's what I'm gonna do. Breathe here. Try to, well, one, there's no pain or strain in your knee. Your legs are together, your knee is down, not off the floor. If your knee is off the floor, you're not lying down like I am, because that would be a not intelligent choice for you, right? I only know that from personal experience. Rise on up, plant the left foot, bring your left armpit over your left knee. This might be your spot. If you want just one step further, crown of the head down, lift your hips. This is your spot. Now, if you want one step further, lift that left foot, maybe hug your right knee into the center line, maybe lift that right leg all the way up. Good, and we'll just move back from here to Chaturanga. That's not a good transition for you, don't do it please. From our down dog, jump through into our seated pose. Right leg is straight, fold here or recline. I figure by this point, if you're practicing with me on Patreon, especially these upper tiers, that you have enough body awareness that you're gonna make intelligent choices for yourself. And if I suggest something that's not intelligent for your body, you simply won't do it. So please honor yourself where you are each day. Slowly rise back up. As you come back up this time, same thing as before, or hands plant, and it's a modified Ekapada, Bakasana, or one-legged crow. Those of you that do the full one, I do too. Just think I'm a little tired today from lifting weights. That's okay. Back to down dog. Nice job. Bend the knees, look forward, jump all the way through. And now we're going to do that seated tree pose, or Janu Shirsasana A. Right foot to the inside of the left thigh, reach up, inhale, exhale, fold. Breathe. Inhale for length, and exhale, fold. Inhale, look forward, and exhale, release. Lift your hips, sit onto your heel. Janu Shirsasana B. So it's gonna feel funny, fold forward for most of us at first because you're right on Mula Bandha. Your heel is touching Mula Bandha. So try to lightly lift those muscles touching your heel. Good. Inhale, lengthen, look at your toe. Exhale, release, lift yourself off your foot. And from here, plant, I'm gonna scoot my bum higher up on my mat, you might too. Plant your heels, bend the knees, toes lift, hands touch. See if you can just do fingertips though, it's good for the brain. Just start to twist. Notice how my spine is long. It's not rounding at all. I'm not trying to dump into my back for lack of core strength. If you've got this, maybe lift one or both feet. Spine is still long. Breathe. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now come all the way onto your back. Lift your legs up. Lower the right leg down and up. Left leg down and up. If you need more support, hands underneath the low back, the sacrum area. Now start to move the legs simultaneously. Not down and up, just one goes down, one goes up. If your knees need to bend, that's fine. This isn't about the hamstrings. It's all about the core. For 3, 2, and 1. If you want to get fancy, get into your tree pose right here. Left knee bends, and then try rocking up into Janu Shirsasana on this side. Why? Because it's fun. Why? Because we can. Breathe. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, release the pose. Lift your hips up, sit onto your heel, and refold forward. You've got it. Breath is steady. Awesome, look forward, release your pose. With all this core activation, we're now gonna do our first handstand. So to set it up, middle fingers touch, and then that tells you how far to have your hands apart. Index fingers face forward. Let's just start with a stag leg. If you know handstand, start somewhere else. This is Rocket 1, so I'm just starting basic. Lift one leg up, and as you bend, or as you lift, just try to bend the opposite knee. So push through your heel or your toes, and just try bending the opposite leg as you rise up. Stag legs. And then maybe all the way up. Good. Back down, legs out in front, Marichiyasana A. Bring your right knee in. It's a hand distance away from that left leg. Left toes point up, reach forward. Shoulders past the knee, take the bind. Keep reaching forward. Imagine that you're looking through the crown of your head towards your big toe. Breathe. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, release. Right hand behind. Either hug your left knee or Marichiyasana C. Long spine, gaze back. If you know the bind, if it's for you today, take it. Slowly release the pose. Look back forward and extend your leg. We're going to come onto our backs again before we take the other side. Interlace fingers at the base of the skull. Hug the left knee in, right elbow to the left knee. Hover the right leg and switch, and switch, and switch. Keep going. Bicycle crunches, warming up your core a little bit more because we'll take Marichiyasana A and C on the other side, and then you guessed it, we're going to go right back into our handstand practice and play. 3, 2, and 1. Good job, Rocket. Back up into Marichiyasana A position on the left. Isn't that tricky? I love that transition. And then exhale, fold. And if you're like, well, I didn't do it, don't worry. It's not about tricky. It's just about sustainable yoga practice, truly. And your next inhale, look forward. Exhale, release. Left hand behind you, right arm lifts. And take your twist, Marichyasana C. Breathing into those spaces. Elongating, extending where that needs to happen. And exhale, release. Come back to center. This time as we set up our handstand, try kicking with the other leg, stag leg. So this is my crappy leg. I always avoid it, but I'm gonna do it today, just for you. Right leg lifts. And honestly, for me, I'm trying to rewrite the pattern. Maybe you have poses or habits in your life that are similar. You always lean to one strength and trying to up the strength on the other side. One more time, you've got it. And all the way back down. We'll come down into Baddha Konasana here. Soles of the feet touch. Scoot your hips towards your heels. And then open your feet like a book. Thumbs underneath your big toes. Lengthen the spine. Soles of the feet facing up. Lean forward. You can use your elbows on your thighs. Keep leaning and reaching. Inhale, rise up. Scoot your feet away from you. Grab your ankles. Really round the spine. Great. Inhale, rise back up. Scoot towards the top of your mat. Recline. Supta Baddha Konasana. So as you're here, if you need blocks under your knees, if this is too much, take the blocks. If you need more intensity, more stretch, you can also grab your thighs and encourage them to open a little bit more so you can release tension. Awesome. Now from here, we bring our knees up and in, and we take happy baby pose. Ananda Balasana. And now we bring the soles of the feet together, interlace fingers around the outer edges of the feet and lift the chin, the shoulders. Good, now hug your knees in, rock all the way up, Vinyasa, Chaturanga. Inhale to up dog, exhale to down dog. Jump all the way back through, lie onto your back. We're gonna lift the right leg up and grab your big toe. And lift your chin towards your shin. We did this standing, right? So it's same, except we don't have that extra balance. Lower the chin, the head down, right leg out to the right. You can bend the knee here too. Gaze over at the left shoulder. Good, now come back through center with your leg. Release the go right arm forward, left arm forward, hover your left leg, and switch. And switch, why not have a little bit more core work here, right? It's rocket yoga, that's what we do. For 3 and 2. Last one, left leg up, right leg down, and we're in our stretch already. So good on the hamstrings. Your next exhale, head down, shoulder down, open it up to the left. Gaze over the right shoulder. Come back up through center. Keep your leg lifted. We're going to lift both legs. Press down with the hands, rock back. Grab your big toes with your peace fingers and thumbs. On your next inhale, rock up. Balance on the sit bones. Gaze to the big toes. For 3, 2, we're gonna rock back again. Once you rock back, grab the outer edges of your feet, thumbs beneath the big toes, and rock back up. Inhale and hold. Now if you're steady here, maybe cup your heels and bend at the elbows. Oh, and pull yourself together a little bit more. For 3, 2, and 1. You can tell my hamstrings are fatigued after this workout this morning. Plant your hands, step or jump back, Chaturanga. It's okay to be human. Inhale to up dog. Exhale to down dog. Jump back through, lie onto your back. Bridge or wheel pose, yogi's choice. I'm gonna take wheel, Urdhva Dhanurasana. Plant the hands, inhale, lift up. You've got it. Breathe. Exhale, lower down. Take a few breaths. Let's do it again. Plant your hands. Inhale, let's go up. Breathe. If you can, lower one forearm to the mat. Lower the other forearm to the mat. Okay, now crown of the head down. Plant your hands. Feel more space in your shoulders now. Oh, that feels so good. Awesome, yogis. Lower all the way. Take a breath. Take a moment. And then we rock back up. Plant the forearms this time. Moving right back into our dolphin pose or right back into our Pinch Mayurasana forearm stand. You choose. Arms parallel, forearms parallel, that is. Lift up. You can use a wall. Totally fine. Slowly lower. Child's pose. It's okay to use tools, use walls, use props as you're learning the postures. It's okay to make modifications. What's most important is you're moving exactly. You're moving intentionally. You're not haphazardly letting yourself fall all over the place. Okay, we're gonna move into down dog. Lift your right leg up. Pull the right knee through and down for pigeon pose. Oh, we have gotten to the sweet spot of class. Recline. If you don't feel this in your right hip, that was a big problem for me when I started yoga. You just bring your right heel forward, maintain a flex there in that foot, and then recline again. On your next inhale, rise up. Bring that right heel in towards your hip if it's out. And this is just a nice little stretch. So you bend your back knee, grab the foot, and heel towards the hip. It's not the full king pigeon. Unless you want that, then go there. Good. Exhale, release, vinyasa. Step back, chaturanga. Inhale up. Exhale down. Lift your left leg. Pull your knee through and down. Inhale for length. Maybe heel comes forward. And exhale, fold. Finding your sweet spot. Nice. On your next inhale, rise back up. Bring that heel in closer. Left hand plants. Bend your back knee. Heel towards the hip. Breathe. Good, now from here, we'll sit onto the left hip. Bring the right leg around, go Mukhasana, right knee on top of the left. Reach the right arm on top as well, on top of the left. And we'll take the bind here. Left hand down, right arm up, and you can stay or stretch. Sometimes words just don't adequately express yoga. It's like, just listen to the body. It knows. The breath knows. Slowly rise back up and just lean back, plant your hands, and switch legs on top. Same. Left arm up, right arm down, bend at the elbows. Either stay stretching, grabbing your clothing there, grab a strap, or fold. Slowly rise back up. Unwind your legs, handstand again. Whatever way you want. If you want to do donkey hops, you can do like those little nice tuck jumps. Up and just try to get your hips over your wrists. It's the only goal. Gaze between the hands. Good, and any little bit of hang time feels really nice, like you're a superhero of sorts. And we'll come back down, legs out in front. Paschimottanasana one more time, just after that back bend we just did. A few poses before. We do a lot of poses in Rocky Yoga, which is why I love it. You hit an entire body. Next is Salamba Sarvangasana shoulder stand. I'm gonna take my hair out so there's no kinks in my neck as I do this. If you need to see any part of this pose, please exit the pose completely. If you look around while you're in this pose, you could seriously hurt your neck, and I don't want that for you. Okay, so on our backs, lift the legs up. This might be your spot. If you have a neck injury, do not move on, please. If you do not, lift your legs up, hands to the low back, breathe here. Gazes at the toes. Let your feet fall beyond your head, Halasana. Your legs might hang out in space. If your feet easily touch the floor, point the tops of the feet and then slide them away from the torso. Interlace fingers behind your back or keep your hands on your low back if needed. Now watch this. I could hang out here and have like the laziest legs ever, but I want to use my muscles and wake them up, if you will. So I'm going to actively engage my quads, my calves. Nice, now hands back to the low back. Lift your legs back up. Take a lotus here. If you're not in lotus, soles of the feet together, knees out wide like a butterfly shape. If you're in lotus, hands to your knees and straighten your arms like you're sitting on the ceiling. If you're in that butterfly shape upside down, keep your hands on your low back for support. If you're in lotus, start to bring your lotus in, wrapping your arms around your legs, maybe taking a full bind. If you're in the butterfly, bring your knees to touch above your forehead. And then, once they're touching, slowly lower your knees to your forehead. One hand maybe to the front of one shin, other hand to the other shin, unless you need your hands for support. But there's no pain or strain in the neck whatsoever because you're floating on the shoulders. If you're in lotus, release your lotus. We'll all take Karna Pindasana here. Let your knees bend and come down on either sides of the ears, by the floor, by your shoulders. Reach back for your heels, maybe press down on the heels for 3, 2, and slowly hands back to the low back, roll back down completely into fish pose. Legs straight. If you took the lotus, take the lotus again. Prop yourself up, exaggerate this movement. Lift through the chin, the chest, crown of the head down. It might hover, it might touch. Breathe here. Again, this is when you'll want to exit the pose if you need to see it, but we'll just extend the arms and legs parallel, breathing for 3, 2, and 1. Slowly release. Hug your knees in, chin to the chest. Rock all the way up. Headstand. Shirasana is next. So if you're working on headstand, you can use a wall. And if you know the full theme, go for it. Those of you that are working on it, grab opposite elbows, interlace fingers, very, very crown of the head to the floor, not the forehead, not the back of the head. Once you get this position, tuck your toes, lift your hips. This might be your spot. If you can hug your knees here, you can stand on your head for sure. Those of you that can, I want you to pike with both legs straight. How do you start doing that? You just start trying. You won't be able to do it the first few times, but then eventually you will. If you're very comfortable upside down, feel your ribs come together, the low belly lift up and in slightly, but your orientation is a little different. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Keep breathing. Lower down halfway with the legs. hold, hold. Okay, now without collapsing, let your feet just hover above the earth, maybe tap all the way back up. Ooh, core strength, you've got it. Now as slow as possible, all the way back down to the earth. 3, 2, child's pose is where we meet. Rest, breathe. In and out through the nose is how we're breathing. And you rise up, plant hands in front of you, we move right into Chaturanga, last vinyasa of our practice. Inhale to up dog. Exhale back to down dog. Step or jump, top of the mat. Lotus if you have it, no worries if you don't. If you're in lotus, the left hand comes behind you, grabs the left big toe, and then the right. Sometimes if you fold forward, you'll get that bind. If that doesn't work, just reverse prayer or grab opposite elbows behind your back or opposite wrists. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, fold. Yoga Mudra, sealing in your physical efforts. This day, this moment. And rise on up. Hands in Gyan Mudra. Other 3 fingers extend, palms face up with the eyes closed. Pranayama, deep breathing, inhale. Exhale. Inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. A little different this time. Inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. Tuck your chin, hold the breath. Lift the pelvic floor, focus at the third eye space. 3, 4. Lift the chin, exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale. 2, 3, 4. Tuck the chin and hold. Focus at the third eye center. 3, 4. Lift the chin, exhale. 2, 3, 4. Keep going on your own. Inhaling for 4, holding your breath for 4, and exhaling for 4. If you can extend out to a 5 or a 6 count, do it. Just make sure if you do extend that you're extending all 3 parts of the breath. The inhale, the hold, and the exhale, so they all match. So it's an equal breath. One more full round and then we'll meet in a silent seated position. Observing without attaching. Ready, blink open your eyes. Plant your hands on either side of you. Use blocks as needed. Breath of fire as we lift up. Don't let the knees come down. Exhale. Inhale. Go with me. From here, lion's breath, come forward, stick out your tongue, roll up your eyes. And come all the way back. Lay down. Shavasana, relaxation. Let the arms, legs fall out naturally. Palms face up. Allow everything to go now. Even control over your breath. So every automatic function of your body is simply a happening. You don't have to worry about it. It happens whether you think of it or not. And on that note, please stay in Shavasana as long as you can today. 10 minutes is golden. 20, even better. Until next time, namaste, yogis.